cast Memnite, clamp it, and draw my deck. Good game? This might be what you hear when the game ends, but what's actually going on behind the scenes? Welcome back to Better Know a Combo, brought to you by the Spike Feeders and Gamegenic. Today's combo uses KOLL the Forgemaster's triggered ability. It reads, whenever a non-token creature you control dies, if it was enchanted or equipped, return it to its owner's hand. You can really make this ability sing if you're able to get a creature equipped, get it to die, and recast it. There are a number of ways you can do this, but we're going to use these pieces for the demonstration. First, we'll be using Memnite as the creature. It costs 0, which makes it really easy to recast after it's returned to my hand. Next, Skull Clamp. This is something we can equip to the Memnite, and it conveniently kills it and draws a couple cards in the process. Finally, Auriok's Steel Shaper. This reduces equip costs by 1, making it free to equip the Skull Clamp. With this, KOLL, and Skull Clamp in play, I'll cast Memnite. I'll pay 0 to equip the Skull Clamp, and the Memnite dies due to having 0 toughness. Skull Clamp and KOLL both trigger, returning the Memnite to my hand and drawing me 2 cards. Now the Memnite's back in my hand and I'm ready to go again. This sounds awesome, but how can people interact? Let's take a look at the original description of the combo and talk about the ways you can interact at the times you receive priority. With KOLL, Auriok's Steel Shaper, and Skull Clamp in play, I'll cast Memnite. This is a good opportunity to remove any of the pieces involved in the combo. Because this combo doesn't actually cost any mana and doesn't involve tapping any permanents, you won't gain anything by waiting to fire off your spot removal. Do it now and thank me later. After the Memnite's in play, I'll equip the Skull Clamp to it for free. This is your last chance to remove any of the pieces involved before I gain resources from the first iteration of the loop. You can also stifle the Skull Clamp activation. If you're sneaky, you could also prevent the equip ability from resolving by using something cheeky like Vines of Vastwood. Alternatively, you could use anything that increases the Memnite's toughness to prevent it from dying. Once the Skull Clamp ability resolves, the Memnite will die to state-based actions just before anyone would receive priority. The creature death triggers both KOLL and Skull Clamp, so I'll put those triggers on the stack and you'll have one more chance to respond. At this point, you can stifle KOLL's trigger to keep the Memnite in the graveyard, or you can use graveyard spot removal like Unlicensed Hearse to exile Memnite before it returns to my hand. Once these 2 triggers resolve, I've completed the first iteration of the loop and I'm ready to go again. But what if you're not playing reactive spells like that? How can we shut them down? This is a graveyard recursion combo. Run-of-the-mill graveyard hate like Rest in Peace and Leyline of the Void will prevent the Memnite from returning to my hand. It also relies on its controller casting free spells, so Sphere of Resistance or any static effect that makes creatures cost more will cause a bit of a meltdown. Dismiss into Dream is a fun piece of tech for dealing with this combo. Making the Memnite an illusion means that it'll be sacrificed before the equip ability even resolves, preventing KOLL from triggering at all. Finally, any cards that punish activated abilities will punish this combo. Harsh Mentor, Flame Scroll Celebrant, and Immolation Shaman won't outright stop the combo, but they'll put a cap on the number of times it can be executed. That just about does it for this episode of Better Know a Combo. If you have a combo you'd like to see explained, make sure you let me know in the comments below, and we'll catch you next time.